Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard, and in today's video, I'm going to discuss some rumors regarding Knott's Berry Farm and Montezuma's Revenge specifically, as well as Fiesta Village. So, this is what's happening here. Montezuma's Revenge, of course, is going under along a multi-month, like a year and a half long refurbishment expected to wrap up in 2023. Right now, the loop photos have been posted on social media of the loop being replaced, which is, thank goodness. I mean, personally for me, the loops kind of make me motion sickness. I have a sensitive stomach in general. So when Disney rethemed California Scream 2 Credit Coaster and replaced the loop for that, it made the experience much smoother for me. And actually, I didn't come off the ride nauseous when I went on the credit coaster because the loop is so smooth. So hopefully the same is for Montezuma's Revenge. The loop was really rusty anyway, so it looks brand spanking new when they put it on. And I'm not sure if they can do a full retrack, which, I mean, the track is not that long. It's just a single piece of rail because it's a shuttle coaster. So they could replace the whole track, which would be quite nice. This is not that long, which would be probably a much smoother ride in general. So I'll be watching for that. Right now, about a half of the loop is gone. So I'll be seeing if they come back with the same color scheme even for the loop too. And they reinstall it. Because I mean, that type of coaster, for anyone who doesn't know, is I cannot pronounce the name. It's an international company, but it's Stromhoff. It's like SCHMO something. It's a coaster company that's really not around anymore. So they can't get those parts. They have to make custom parts for that coaster. So that's why the loop kind of looks different and the trains look different. Very reminiscent of Roller Coaster Tycoon and Roller Coaster Tycoon through Tycoon 3. They use those trains for their looping coaster models in that game. It's based off that same coaster company that was very popular back in the early 2000s when that game was about. So yeah, so the loop is gone and potentially most of the track, or all of the track, will be replaced. Now, because the shuttle coaster has one train, but they probably have two, just like with most coasters, they have that train that is always in refurbishment, so they just keep swapping them out. So that way, it reduces downtime, hopefully. But the rumors are that we could be a new train, which makes sense with the other kind of rumors. I mean, we're getting a new track. Could be replacement track, but potentially even like new track. Then maybe new train, but there's also rumors going around that there'll be a change of theme and a change of launch sequences. So right now there's just one launch sequence. Press the button, launches, no spectacular, 3, 2, 1, just goes, right? Old coaster, I think it's actually, by the way, the last of its kind, at least in the country, if not the world, this type of a shuttle coaster. But rumor has it that the flywheel launch system that it uses, Montezuma's Revenge uses, will be replaced with a more modern magnetic system, allowing it to launch either forwards or backwards out of the station. And also the rumors have it saying there'll be 3 launch sequences. So just like, Guardians of the Galaxy, mentioned Breakout, so there's 6 different drop sequences, right? 6 different songs, right? This will be 3 different launch sequences, and then I guess every 100th cycle there'll be a special 4th launch sequence. Of course, you don't know when the 100th cycle is unless you're obviously operating the ride or taking hard stats. So you may get that 4th surprise launch sequence at any time, and these launch sequences can launch either forward or backwards. So you don't know which direction it'll be going, which was really amps up the rewritability factor, and amps up the thrill factor because you don't know, like the cycle in front of you could go forwards, but then you can get on the ride and you go backwards. You get launched backwards. It's pretty cool. And it also includes, because it's a more magnetic launch system, it could be a multi-launch coaster. You can launch up backwards slowly and then get a kick, then come back over launch, speed up to the full 55 miles per hour, which is what Montezuma's Revenge was. No word if it's going to be an increase in speed or not. But yeah, it could start off maybe like a 20 mile per hour launch backwards, like a little teaser, then come back and go over the launch again, and it launches you to that 55 mile per hour through the loop and into the other section. So they can really play around with the ride, with this new launch sequence, or with this new magnetic LSMs, new loop, and these new launch sequences. Now the theme is rumored to be themed to a jungle theme. They did a retheme to a jungle theme, not just with the queue and station, again, but with the ride itself. So those launch sequences will be jungle themed. No, I'm not sure if there's going to be on-ride audio or how that's going to be determined, but each launch sequence is rumored to be themed to a jungle exploration, like a mission or something, which is pretty cool. Which is again why it's taking so long to repair. I'm so glad Knott's putting so much money to, again, really it's classic coaster and really amping up to a re-rideable experience. As you see, Fiesta Village, where Montezuma's Revenge is located, it's like Monty is right behind Jaguar, which is in Fiesta Village. Lots of walls have now popped up there now that the Roaring Twenties area, I'll call it, by Knott's Berry Tales, is all finished with a beautiful new restaurant, quick service pizzeria, and of course the Walsh Knott Theater and the new bathrooms, which I've heard are the best bathrooms certainly in the park and some of the best bathrooms in the theme park industry. So next time I go to Knott's, I'll have to check those out. But I've heard, now I'm not, Fiesta Village, it seems to be that next area they're working on, which makes sense because they started Montezumas before. That would be like the marquee headliner attraction for 2023, I'm guessing. But a full refurb of the area, as several walls have gone up to at least 25, at least 25% of the area, maybe more. And I'm not sure if that's it or if they're going to work on it in sections. So if they're going to work on it right now, like the stage and the arcade and some shops, they may do that first. And when that's done, start working on the other side of the area. It's all going to be done, though, in summer 2023, according to the sign. Now, I presume Montezuma's Revenge and this Fiesta Village renovation will all open up at the same time. Again, as Knott's big new thing for 2023, which looks shaped to be fantastic. I mean, Fiesta Village is already themed pretty well, but I can't wait to see what they do with the area. It's not expected, I don't think, to get a retheme, but they'll obviously freshen up the whole area, make it more mission-y and more just repaint the whole area. I wonder if they're going to put in more new restaurants, if they're going to keep the arcade or revamp the arcade, keep the stage, revamp the stage. I'm sure they'll keep the stage because Knott's is fantastic with entertainment and just likes to put large and small shows everywhere, which is fantastic. But I wonder if, if we're getting cool new restaurants. Like, I know there's that great taco place. I think it's called the Cantina over there. I hope maybe that gets a renovation, maybe a sit-down restaurant with some, like, almost like Disney's getting with the upscale Mexican food place in Catal. I wonder if Knott's will do something similar. Maybe not too upscale, but just like a sit-down restaurant, instead of a quick service restaurant in there. I think that would be a great area, especially with the stage there. You can listen to the music or listen to whatever show's going on. You can sit down and relax. I feel like a nice sit-down Mexican restaurant with some of those great tacos that they have and even more awesome food would be perfect for the area. One thing I'm left wondering, though, is Jaguar, right? Montezuma's Revenge is getting an overhaul. The rest of the area around Jaguar is getting an overhaul. Jaguar is something that I believe that also needs an overhaul. It was kind of rough when I wrote it the last time for Knott's Cave Farm. Even hurt a little bit. Like, that's a ride that can use some new track and new trains, in my opinion, as well. And certainly a new paint job. Obviously, it's still open, and we haven't heard anything from Knott say anything about that yet. But I wonder if that'll be next. I wonder if that maybe it's part of the renovation, just maybe it'll close later. Maybe it closes after Montezuma's Revenge opens. Who knows? Or maybe it doesn't close at all. But I think that's just my personal opinion. I hope that Jaguar gets some sort of refurbishment. That's not part of this rumor at all. That's just, again, just my own thing. But comment below, do you think Jaguar deserves a refurbishment? I think everyone here would agree so, because it's also beautifully, I love the queue. It's beautifully themed queue. It's a fun ride for everybody. Just a little rough at times. And it's that little part that goes through the Montezuma's Revenge loop, or Monty's loop. Looks kind of like one of those like freeway pedestrian cages that you see, those bridges over the freeway, those pedestrian walkways. It kind of looks like that cage. That can go. And that kind of just looks like ugly. Rarity for Knott's, but that one just kind of looks ugly. They shouldn't put another centerpiece there. I know they're trying to block people it's like almost like a acts like a catch basin for things. If the Montezuma's Revenge on the loop and Jaguar goes on at the same time, you don't want someone to drop something and hit someone on the head in Jaguar. But I feel like they should disguise that one a little bit better than just that ugly freeway pedestrian cage looking thing. Those of you in Southern California know exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you're on the 101 freeway. But yeah, so all this is gonna open up in 2023. The rumors say May 2023, which again says summer 2023, but in theme park seasons, summer again kind of starts in May. Look at all the openings that happened in May with Disney and Universal. Summer is May because that's just the summer season at theme park area. So what do you guys think about these cool rumors and those very cool rumors, the Montezuma's Revenge and the refresh? What do you expect the Fiesta Village refresh to be like? Do you expect it to be eventually the whole thing or just the side they're working on right now? I'm very excited. Knott's is really taking care of the park, keeps it up. It looks beautiful already, but it looks even more beautiful with each new addition. So whether we get a new ride as part of this Fiesta Village thing or is it just revamped Montezuma's Revenge, fine with me, because it looks gorgeous. I cannot wait to see what they do, and I'll try to be there to get some of the construction in the next couple months, but certainly during Not Scary Farm in September. But yes, let me know what you guys think about all this cool stuff in the comments below. If you want more updates on this, I want to keep on the progress, then subscribe, press that like button, and subscribe to Theme Park Wizard. And also, I'll have an Epic Universe update tomorrow, so subscribe for that if you're interested in what's going on in Florida. As always, have a fantastic day.